The Near Protocol project is one that has flown largely under the radar. Today I'm going to highlight some of the interesting features, discuss the team, and tell you why I'm keeping an eye on the project. Let's get into it. Near first caught my attention when well-known tech investor Andreessen Horowitz invested $21.6 million by his A16Z fund. Coinbase and others have since followed suit, and the team that started Near is made up of a couple of interesting individuals. Alex, a former software engineer at Microsoft, and Ilya, he was an engineering manager at Google. Near Protocol early on went through Y Combinator, which is a well-known tech incubator, and the team raised an amazing $50 million in the first 4 months without a working product. Some people have gone as far as to call Near Protocol an Ethereum killer, which I don't like that term too much. In fact, I'm wearing my OG Ethereum t-shirt from 2017, but really the problem with that term is that it assumes that this is a zero-sum game, that there can only be one winner in all of this, and I think a lot of these chains can work interoperably with each other, and some of these are going to solve different problems than Ethereum is trying to solve. So the Near Collective really is building out the infrastructure to build a new internet. So what does that mean? Similar to other projects like Polkadot, Near uses the delegated proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, which blocks are added to the ledger by selecting nodes to help validate the authenticity of the transactions. If you, as an individual, don't have enough Near tokens to create your own node, you can choose a node so they can validate blocks on your behalf and share the rewards with you. Think of this as a staking pool in that sense. Now, an interesting thing here is the speed at which blocks are validated. With a blockchain like Ethereum, you have to wait for 35 validations before a block is fully confirmed and added to the blockchain. Near uses a concept they call Doomslug, which sounds pretty awesome, and allows them to add a block to the ledger with just one round of validation. This means transactions are not only performed quickly, but it's also highly scalable and highly efficient. Now, on the subject of scalability, you've probably seen other crypto projects that use the concept of sidechains to speed up transactions. That's a process of handling a transaction on a separate blockchain or sidechain, then eventually rolling these transactions in bulk back to the main chain. This is how Polygon Matic works on the Ethereum blockchain, for example. Near took a different approach here called Nightshade. Again, another pretty cool name. Nightshade uses sharding to break the blockchain into those smaller, more manageable chunks. This is an approach many large companies like Facebook and Uber have been using in production for years with databases. This allows Near to process 100,000 transactions per second, which is significantly more than the 5 to 7 that a blockchain like Bitcoin can handle, and even the 1,700 per second that credit card company Visa handles. Interesting, each one of those chunks of the blockchain has 100 validator seats. And as the network becomes congested and needs to grow, they simply add a new shard, and that new shard gets another 100 validator seats. Now, coming from a product background, this one really gets to my core. Another notable feature of Near is the fact that it has user experience at the core of its tech stack. Instead of having a standard wallet address, you actually have a human readable name. Imagine if you had to type in the IP address of every website you visited. That's how most cryptocurrencies work today, with the long, difficult to use wallet addresses. It's worth noting that you can buy a .eth or .crypto and other readable domains, but Near is the first project that I'm aware of that has this feature built in by default. On the subject of governance, Near is governed by something called guilds. This differs somewhat from a DAO. With a DAO or a decentralized autonomous organization, decisions are put to a vote and token holders are able to participate. Near takes that idea and adds a little bit more structure to it in the form of these guilds or groups of people that form independent departments within the organization. You might have, for example, an engineering guild, a marketing guild, and several others, each individually running as a DAO. Now, one of the components that leads to the success of a project in general is the ability for developers to easily port their code over and start using your system. Now, Near has done something notable here by creating a layer 2 protocol called Aurora. Aurora works the same way the EVM or Ethereum virtual machine does, and allows complete code interoperability. So any code written for the Ethereum blockchain or the Ethereum virtual machine will work seamlessly with Aurora by just simply copying and pasting it in. And talking about working seamlessly, I've decided to open up a Patreon to build a community of like-minded tech and crypto enthusiasts. Be sure to check that out in the description for details. Of course, the story wouldn't be complete here without talking about interoperability with other blockchains. Similar to Cardano, Near has a method of connecting blockchains together like Ethereum using bridges. And in keeping up with the theme of interesting names for their technology, Near calls these rainbow bridges. And they have plans to add support for other blockchains in the near future, one of which seems to have gone largely unnoticed is Cardano. Now, on the tokenomics side of things, Near is inflationary with approximately 5% staking reward paid out to those network validators. It's also a governance token, so token holders are able to vote on new initiatives put forth by the board. Now, something I haven't seen before that is common in IPOs is the fact that investors can't actually sell their Near tokens until set dates. And these are institutional investors like venture capitalists like Andreessen Horowitz that invested early on. And it may make sense to keep an eye on these dates as the price of the Near token may dip. This could be a signal of a buy opportunity. Not financial advice, of course, just pure speculation. And with Near starting to grow and producing a second shard shortly with an extra 100 validator seats, I was thinking it might be interesting to build a validator node myself and to see if, with the support of all of you, we would be able to grab one of those slots. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Most of you are new to my channel, so be sure to hit the like and subscribe so YouTube knows to promote my content. It really helps me out. Be sure to say hi in the comments and let me know which project you want me to cover next. I hope you found this interesting. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next time.